Okay, I'm going to show you the Bunkerkings Prism Control Loader series. First one up here, this is the Azure. Just want to put it out in the real light conditions so you can just get a feel for how it looks in the wild. It's really bright lighting conditions. If it's cloudier, you get a different reflective characteristic. These loaders, they have basically a light smoke base, and then we put this prism coating on the outside, and then it's got a clear coating protectant on the outside as well. And then they're laser engraved. So each of the three colorways of the Prism, they're limited to 200 pieces. They retail for $250. Probably by the time you see this video, about half of them will be sold to our dealers and then just some of the teams and other insiders there. But so the rest are on the market worldwide. Get them while you can, because we're not making any more. We're not going to be doing any different sizes of these or anything. This is the Azure. It's got this blue reflective look to it. Let me just put some paint in it so you can see what it looks like with paint in it. Kind of get a good view there. So there's some transparency. You see a little bit of paint in there. Looks really cool. This one's the Flare. Got a little bit of paint in it already. We got a little more. It's got a fire to gold tint. This one's got a stronger reflection. It's less transparent, but as again, in different lighting conditions in the shade, it looks different. Different angles, it looks different. Just dump some paint in it here. A little bit of the reflection maybe. When the sun's right on it, it's very, very reflective, but when it's from the other side, it's a little bit more transparent. So it's cool. It looks pretty cool. Again, 200 of these is all that we've made. This one is the Aurora. This one's like a purple to emerald fade. So it looks really, really slick. Again, also only 200 of these made. It's actually the same serial number. This one's 45. The other one happens to be 45 too. Randomly, that's just what got shipped to me. So it's funny, but this one's the Aurora. From some angles, you may not be able to tell the difference from the Azure. There's like the blue and the purple tint, but you can see this has got like a little bit of that emerald and some of the purple there. So definitely really cool. And again, in the shade, you get different effects there. Just look inside and see. Clear is not limited edition. So we have these ones are a little bit cheaper. We'll be selling these for $220. The others are $250. Doesn't have the serial number. Doesn't have the extra coatings on top. So because of that, because of the fact it's less rare, we're selling these a little bit cheaper. They are a lot more expensive to make than a standard control loader. They're about twice as much for us to make all the different materials on these. It costs about twice as much on the materials for the shells. So it costs more, so we need to charge a little bit more, but they're really nice. This is basically like a clear nylon. In the past, loaders are made of polycarbonate, same material as your lens, but they're just a little bit more prone to UV damage and cracking and things like that over time. These clear nylons, they hold up better. So, but it's just a proprietary material, it costs us more to buy, so we have to charge more for it. So that's the clear. You may notice it's not like super shiny clear. If you get in close to where some of the polishing is, where there's like the plus 40 there, it's more polished and shiny. So it's not clear like your lens because you're getting the textures of the loader, more of that dust texture. You could say it's a dust clear, I guess, if you want. But looks pretty awesome. So they're all available only in the plus 40. So it holds about 230, 240 rounds. Oh, one thing I just want to show you on the clear, particularly on the clear, you'll notice because it doesn't have the coatings, it's not like it's not as thick. So on the clear, the lid, there's a little bit more movement here in the lid. So when you go to close the lid, just to make sure that you actually just lock the lid in place. So the speed feed, you don't have that same effect. It's just on the clear lid, there's just a tiny bit more movement there. That's just the reality of these clear materials. It's a different shrink rate, like I said, so that's what happens. And then I'll show you one last thing here. When you're going to install these, when you're putting them together, it's gonna come in 3 pieces. It's a modular set. So you're gonna get your tray, you're gonna get the bottom shell, you're gonna get the top shell. Just like a regular control loader, you're just gonna line up the front, line up the back. But as I said, the shrink rate of these is different, so they actually are a little bit tighter. So when you go to assemble it, you wanna line up the back. I think it's easiest if you open the lid, because then you can get a little bit more flex. The shells will flex a little bit. You can just lock it on like that. This one I've been using for a while, so it closes a little bit easier. When they're first brand new, it may be a little bit tighter. It's drier here where I am. If you're more humid areas, it may be a little bit different too, but you may just see that it's a little bit tighter. So if you have the lid open, it flexes a little bit better, and then you can close it and then just latch that on like that. So that's the new Prism loader lineup. I'll just show them all to you one more time. This is the Azure. This is the Flare. This is the Aurora. Here's the clear. Check them all out on bunkerkings.com or your preferred Bunkerkings dealer. Thanks, guys.